All right, we're under a minute here. Don't have the exact time. I think we're at about 45 seconds. And 10, 18, 20. All right, 10 leading at the pin. Got about 20 seconds, maybe less. Oh, bailing. So we think we're early. Alright, so the gun went off. This time is wrong. So clearly we're late here with 20, right? So we want to be earlier, especially when it's pin favored. I guess one of the things that we're not doing a good job of noting is when it's really pin favored, a lot of times you have to be earlier, you have to be further down the line. And you only want to be earlier because earlier typically means further down the line. Now, 10 and 18 started on port, and let both of these boats start at the more favored end, but it looks like we have a piece of one pair. So if we have to guess what our pairs are right now, which is something we need to do, is identify our pairs. We have one pair, and then we have two pair. We don't know if anyone has this pair, but we should probably try and get control of those pairs. 10 can be a little patient because I'm pretty sure they're well ahead of this boat. But if this boat starts to get over here, we need to do something about that. All right, so boat peeling off, and so now 18 is going to have to sail to the right side of the course. If 18 is behind 19, 18 is making themselves vulnerable, right? So, and that is what we have here. So 18 has made themselves a little bit vulnerable. So I would focus on staying in that starboard advantage, which is what we're doing, and we want 10 to get involved over here. All right, so 10 is getting involved now. That's good. We're trying to go play 1 here. 18 should have control of, I believe that's 17 below them. And then 10 probably wants to slow down 19 a little bit here. We don't need to go too crazy because we can just do this while going pretty fast because 18 has that starboard advantage. Good, good. 10 doing the right thing there, staying with this other pair, making sure the starboard advantage doesn't come back to bite us. Because the starboard, whoever has starboard on 18 is going to threaten 18. Sorry. If 18 keeps the starboard advantage, even 19, which was probably a little bit ahead of 18, is behind here because of that starboard advantage. So 18 wants to take their pair to the ley line. They can even go slightly past because when they tack, they should be ahead. Oh, wrong mark. We've got to move to the next mark. All right, so it looks like 18's losing their pair. Yep, 18 has lost their pair, so now we might be play 2 here. Unless 10 is going to go and try and get 19. All right, so 19 tacks in the zone, so 10 has some space in there. They don't try and go for it. 18 tacks. 17 shouldn't have room. 18 just has to execute this properly. So we're going to have the 2-3-6. 2-3-6 is going to be a battle, right? We got work to do here. We want to attack and turn this into a play 2 as soon as possible. All right, 17 does not have room. That's okay. They're not taking it. All right, that's good. Don't lose 13. Let's get back in position on 13. So we are being pretty aggressive here, and sometimes it's tricky to be aggressive, but let me explain why this is good. The 1 is pretty far ahead now, and the 6 was pretty far back. So if the 6 is pretty far back, we want to close this gap up. Now, what 10 cannot do is get behind 13. If 10 gets behind 13, it would be 1, 2, 3, which would be a play 1 for them. We need to keep it 2, 3, or 2, 3, whichever way. We got to make sure we don't get imbalanced in that way. Camera's giving me a little trouble. Give me a second here. Oh, come on, camera. There we go. All right, so 10 is still continuing to take out 17 here. It's getting kind of hard to keep everyone on the screen, so we'll do our best. I don't really know what we're doing over here on this side of the course. 18 is closer to 19 than they are to 13. That's 18 is just asking to get taken out right now. Okay, this is our play in theory. This is our play back here, though we got to see how the boats come together. We have seen many times that the angle on top of the building is not always one that's accurate. All right, so the boats are coming together now. 10 still in control of 17. So 13 is trying to gap, 10 is trying to close that gap. Continuing to try and close this gap. Let's get closer here. All right, so 18 comes in. So 10 gets a little out of position. 18 doing a good job of protecting 10. So now, good. 18 gives 10 a little bump here. So now we're attacking really aggressively, trying to close this gap or actually convert this play. At the very least, the gap is closed here, which is good. All right, so now 13 is outside of 2. Now 20 driving around, that's totally fine, but if you get far enough outside 2, every once in a while you can pull off attack and get inside, though. Nothing wrong with what 20 did, as long as we're pushing around the course. Just something to look out for. All right, so we're still going to continue this 2-3-6, but not a very big gap here. So a long downwind with a lot of work, but right, still doing what we need to do because the gap is nice and small. All right, now 13's coming in hot, a lot of speed, and 19 has pinned 18. So this is an interesting situation. Did we come around here too slow? Did 13 just go from 5 to 2? I'm not sure. 20, however, may be gone from 6 to 5. They have, so 20 needs to keep that boat. Now 10, you got to get back in the mix here. So messy rounding by both teams, but if the 6 moves to 5 and the 5 moves to 2, it's obviously a bigger jump for the 5 to 2 move. 13 definitely ahead of 18 here. So, and 10 not re-engaging, so my guess is this is looking bad for the group. We probably have a 1-2 just because we got down speed. So that's 2 races in a row where this squad in 10, 20, 18 goes real slow at the leeward mark, and the other team's able to execute just a little bit better. Yeah, this is looking like, so we need to be breaking up this play. So we need to have this pair and then try and slow this boat down. I'm not sure how this is going to play out. I do not believe we have the 1. Without the 1, we're going to need to get a hold of 13. No, see, now by tacking away from 10, 18 is bringing this boat away from the help. So we really want to bring that boat back. And 20 had the 5 but has lost the 5. So we don't have a lot of pairs here. We really don't have much in the way of pairs. 19 already engaged, making sure that 13 is ahead. So they're going to take the 1-2 and we're going to move to the other race. All right, so quickly trying to figure out what's going on over here. We are clearly in the 6 and looks like the 5. So we have the 1-5-6, which obviously is not ideal. $14 coming in, trying to do a mark trap. Might want to set up a little bit outside in the future so that we can so that we can tempt them with the inside a little bit, because all of them went inside. Man, I don't know. 11's pretty far out there, but 6 can't do anything about it. All right, so now 14, you want to cram things up again, because if you can get 4 or 6 to round in a better position than your teammates. Greer, Kevin, we just got all down speed again at the leeward mark with that team. Alright, so first of a pair is peeling off. The 1 can't cover that many boats, so they're going to have to stay. Looks like 6 did get inside of 11 a little bit, but we got to do something about it. Not sure that we have yet. So 7's already going and helping out, slowing 6 down. But that's okay, remember? If we're the 1-5-6, we're trying to get them to do things to slow down. So if they want to come back and hammer on 6, that just means this boat's going slower, and that might help us. I don't know if we really want to be doing a pass back here, because they're going to have the 1-2 on the left side of the course. 4 just really needs to be in clear air, right? 4's job is to go fast right now. We're just sitting and going slow. Looking around, not doing anything, not taking any action. You're just not effective if you're not covering anyone and you're going slow. So 6 is over here trying to create imbalance. 4, get out of there. Alright, so we get out of there, but now 7 is just going to come and clean up for us. So what we really need to have happen now is 4's got to get all the way over here to 11. Now maybe that can happen, but now we don't have the 1. So if we don't have the 1, we got to get on this boat also.
Kevin, what was that last thing you said?
They're just too down speed at the bottom. We got to make sure we speed up a little bit. All right, so 6 has crossed the boat. 6 crossed 5 and didn't take them. Like, why aren't we taking our pairs? I don't understand this.
Do you want to switch the teams up at all, or should I go take Sophia?
I want to go. So it's 9:45. I want to put our top team together.
Alright, I'll be on.
All right, sounds good. Either way is fine with you. We just want to put the other team through some reps. So it looked like 4, I'm distracted on the radio a bit, but it looked like 4 and 6 both had pairs at one point. Yeah, actually 4 has a pair right now. But, they got away with the 1-2, so we weren't really able to capitalize on that.